If a nuclear bomb goes off in your city, making it through the blast does not mean you made it. It means you now have to survive everything that comes after. Most people picture a nuclear bomb as one giant fireball, one violent moment, and then nothing. Just total destruction. But that's not what really happens. A nuclear bomb tears through a city in stages, and each stage catches different people. The people nearest to the center may never get a chance to react. The people further out may survive the first few seconds, only to discover that the real danger is still unfolding around them. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what would happen if a nuclear bomb was to hit your city. But before we do that, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Alright, now back to the video. Imagine an ordinary day. Cars are moving through intersections, people are ordering coffee at Starbucks, someone is running late and checking the time, a train is sliding beneath the street. Nothing feels unusual. The city is doing what cities do, carrying thousands of small routines at once. Then, the sky turns white. Not bright the way that the sunlight is bright, not like lightning, like white in a way that seems to flatten everything for a split second. People look up without understanding why. Some never get further than that, because a nuclear blast begins with a light. That flash arrives first, and it carries enough energy to start changing the city immediately. Near the center, the fireball becomes hotter than the center of the sun. There is almost no time to think, no time to make a decision. But further out, where people are still standing, the bomb begins to work in different ways. Skin can burn before the brain catches up. Clothes start to catch. Curtains near windows can flare up. Paint on the walls and cars can begin to blister. In some places, small fires start before people even realize what they're seeing. And then the pressure wave arrives. It moves outward at the speed of sound and hits everything in its path with crushing force. Windows burst inward, doors tear loose, walls crack, cars slide. The street, which was safe a second ago, becomes full of sharp, fast-moving debris. This is one of the hardest parts to understand about a nuclear bomb. It doesn't just hit the city, it turns the city itself into part of the weapon. And this is also where the survival becomes deceptive. Someone who makes it through the flash and the blast may think that they got lucky. I mean, they are still alive, for now. But all that means is that they have made it through the first layer. The next one is already beginning. Fires spread through damaged buildings and ruptured lines. Smoke starts rising from different parts of the city at once. Power begins to fail. Phone service drops, roads fill with rubber, stalled cars, and people trying to move in every direction at once. Hospitals, if they're still standing, are overwhelmed almost immediately because burns, cuts, broken bones, and crush injuries arriving all at once, and there is no clean line between disaster and the response to it. Then the cloud above the city starts to matter. The explosion has thrown dirt, ash, broken concrete, and radioactive material high into the air. As the mushroom cloud rises and begins to drift, that material starts to fall back down. At first, it may not look like much, just a gray dust settling over rooftops, cars, and streets, but early on, that dust can be intensely radioactive. This is where people often make the wrong choice. The natural instinct is to run, go home, find family, get in a car, and drive away. But if fallout is moving through the area, rushing outside can be exactly what gets people killed. The safer choice is often to get as far inside a solid structure as possible and stay there. A basement, a tunnel, the center of a sturdy building. Places where layers of the earth or concrete can stand between your body and the dust outside. And there is one small piece of hope hidden in that. Fallout is the most dangerous at first, then it weakens quickly. That means the first hours matter more than almost anything else. If anyone reaches strong shelter in time and stays there long enough, their chances can change dramatically. But even then, the bomb may still be at work. Radiation injury does not always announce itself dramatically. Sometimes it begins quietly with nausea, dizziness, headaches, and vomiting. In the middle of chaos, those signs can seem like stress or smoke or shock. But radiation works deeper than that. It damages cells and especially harms the parts of the body that need to renew themselves constantly. The gut, the blood, the immune system. Over the next days and weeks, that damage can grow worse. The body weakens, infection becomes harder to fight, digestion begins to fail. Some people recover, many do not. This is what makes a nuclear weapon different from almost every other disaster people imagine. It's not just one event, it's a chain. First, a city is blinded, then burned, then shattered, then poisoned. And for people who survive all of that, the body itself can become the final battleground. So what really happens if a nuclear bomb hits your city? The answer is not simply that everything blows up. A nuclear bomb strips a city apart in stages, and every stage changes the rules. The closer you are, the less choices you have. But the further out you are, survival depends on understanding what comes next and acting before the next layer reaches you. That's why these weapons are so terrifying. Not just because they're powerful, but because the destruction does not stop with the blast. It keeps unfolding. So how do you think you would react if a nuclear bomb was to drop on your city? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.